associate member and editor, publisher of RiseUpTimes.org, Media for Justice and Peace. Do you do enough?
Thank you. Okay, I gotta get my little talk out here. Okay, and I have to hold this up. Okay, so as she said, I'm a member of WAMM's End Military Madness Against the Earth group. Why does WAMM need a committee about addressing climate change? Aren't there already a lot of groups already working on the issue of climate change and global warming and of environmental degradation? Why is an understanding of militarism necessary to address the climate crisis and ecological deterioration and pollution issues? The climate crisis and the threat of nuclear war are the greatest threats facing humanity, and the U.S. military is responsible for the most egregious and widespread pollution of the planet, yet this information goes almost entirely unreported. The U.S. is the greatest polluter of fossil fuel of any country in the world. And recent analysis has also shown that major water pollution from PFAS is also connected to militarism. The major groups working on the climate crisis, although they do wonderful work, do not include the pollution by the military in their analyses or in their activism. In our society and culture, militarism touches us in endless ways, being intricately linked to the most important issues of our day, of course, the climate crisis, endless war, nuclear war, which we've talked about and the Golden Rule is addressing as well as the U.S. budget of billions of dollars that the U.S. spends to maintain a global empire. They have over 800 military bases worldwide. So, there's little money left for important things like education, helping the homeless, hunger, a growing problem in the U.S., research regarding the investment in climate crisis solutions, and for other necessary structural and social programs. Not to mention money for people in the U.S. who are affected by natural catastrophes like earthquakes, fire, and flooding that are part of the climate crisis. And the myth of militarism is that it keeps us safe. But does it? Without going into more detail, which I could, but I'm not going to because we don't have a lot of time here, in reality, maintaining an empire is destroying our planet and killing us. The climate crisis is responsible for many deaths already in the U.S. And to show some incidences of how worldwide the U.S. military is contaminating the planet, the MA group, as we call ourselves, has prepared a flyer that is being handed out right now to all of you, and please take a copy and read it. So many well-known intellectuals on the left, including Noam Chomsky and Chris Hedges, have stated that the climate crisis can't be solved without challenging the U.S. military. Nada Crawford, who is the co-director of Brown University's study on carbon emissions, and Professor Alan Roback from Rutgers University, both promote the use of wind turbines and solar panels as an effective and yet inexpensive solution that we instead of waiting for the very slow gas and oil industry to develop their programs. And I'm not going to go into more detail about that, but I do have an article called "Ignoring How Militarism Fuels Climate Change Will Be the Death of Us," which was posted on SheerPost and which is on Rise Up Times. And I'm probably taking more time than I should, so I'm going to close. And so look up the article on Rise Up Times. The original version was published in the WAMM newsletter, which is also available at the office.
Sue Ann, preach it, sister. Preach it. Okay, you did good.